tuples are very similar to lists, but the only thing is that they're immutable. That means they cannot be changed. So in list we saw that we can add an element, we can update an element, right? We can replace an element, but a tuple object cannot be changed. So these comes in really handy when we have, let's say, fixed set of elements, for example days of the week in particular order, for example from Monday to Sunday. So that order cannot be changed or messed with. In similar cases we use tuples. So as later when we talk about functions, we encounter situations we need to return some object which should not be changed, so that should remain fixed. So there will you return tuples. So in tuple, the convention in Python is use the small brackets and the elements will be separated by commas as they are in the list. So in the list the only difference is the enclosing brackets. So in list it's square brackets, in tuple it's a small bracket. So t is equal to 1 2 3. So the all the basic methods remain the same for a tuple as well. So I can use call the length function, and then it gives me the length of this tuple. So this tuple has object 1 2 3. So I can also change the data type of this, so that remains similar to the list as well. So I can do 2 and the length of the tuple is 3. So I can simply now type t. It's saying me, yeah, t is a tuple object. So we can use the type function to find out which variable is what. So as I already mentioned about that, a tuple can have mixed data types, as is the case with the lists. And then you can simply do the indexing thing with the tuples. So you can call the index 0 to obtain the first element of the tuple. So it will get 1. And then you can find the last element of the tuple by calling -1 for this for tuple, and gives us 2. So that's how you construct a tuple. Now let's talk about basic tuple methods. So what we can do, we can call an index method. I call the index method and provide the name of the element. Return me the index of that element. So for example, I have a tuple here. Let's say I have 1 2 3 4 5, and I want to find out 4 is at which index. So it is at index 3, because the indexing again starts from 0. So and then we can use the count method as well for a tuple object. So for example, let's say I have 1 thrice here. So if I specify 1 here, it will give me 3. It knows which elements are being repeated and how many times. So the count method gives you how many times a particular element is being repeated in a tuple. And then how tuples are different from a list. As in list we can change the element, add the element, remove a particular element, but in tuple we cannot do that. So when you try to do this operation, so unlike list where we are able to do this, we cannot do this in tuple. Now we cannot call in the append method as well, because it violates the basic definition of tuple. So when do we use tuples? So in a program, let's say you're passing around object, and then you need to make sure that it does not get changed. So then a tuple becomes a solution. For example, let's say if you want to if you want a variable which will store the days of the week. So because days of the week is a fixed set of sequence, it cannot be messed around with. So we can use tuples to define those instead of lists.